you get a sample.
Yeah, I want it too much.
Okay.
Hi.
So what's your name?
Sorry.
Okay. So what are you here doing? You're part of the
exhibition. Yeah, Rachel asked me to be part of the exhibition, and I said it would be okay.
Rachel is a real nice lady, a nice queen, and I respect what she's been doing. I guess you all daughters, respect her a lot, and you came out and support her. So tell me how it been. How it was.
Okay, well, I don't really know Rachel personally, but when she brought the idea to me, I like the whole vibe of it, because for Rastafari, for me personally, when I hear of Rastafari, I think mostly of men, but women in Barbados face a serious struggle within Rastafari also. So when she told me, I said I would be glad to come on board, because I think that people need to give women the glory that they deserve, because it's a hard struggle. And when we as Rastafari daughters hate Rastafari and we are expelled from mothers and communities and even workplaces, we have to bear the struggle with our children, and that's what makes it even twice as hard.
So there is a very big problem in the Rastafari queens situation.
Not being heard. Yeah, it's a big problem. I think it has a lot to do with slavery. I have no problem with the brothers. I believe that daughters should support their king men strongly and be there for them when they fall, iron sharpen iron, and we can help sustain them and be their backbone. But still, the man must know when he has an empress how to treat her also, because we just face the struggle so hard. Also, we've got some inner pain that it can't even find words to describe it. So this here is just like a chip off the ice where daughters is concerned. We know got to touch the point.
So what other things you would like to see that the Rasta brothers, step up another level,
Well, first of all, I would really like to see the brothers allow the daughters to just do what they're supposed to do. I think a lot of it will automatically happen, but I think that the sisters know the job that they have to do. But it's like when you about to speak or you have an opinion, brethren will say, well, I is the king man and this is my decision and this is how it's supposed to go. But give the daughters a chance to say what they have to say. Let them express themselves, and if by the chance of the opinion or whatever is not right or whatever, help shine it a bit. But let us have our voice. Let our voices be heard, because daughters are wise and they have sensible opinions.
What I'm seeing here, right? I feel we need some sort of reason for the daughters. Are you willing, if I to organize some daughters, we meet somewhere and we hear the voice of the daughters?
Of the daughters? Well, as long as it's the will of the Almighty, I'm willing.
Okay. I think look out, coming soon on the Rastafari DVD News. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it happen. Okay, don't worry. I see what the daughters want, and we're gonna see what's the problems that we're gonna cause. We need to step at a higher level, because a lot of the daughters, sometimes seem so withdrawn.
But I think they were forced into subjection. I think that the daughters have a lot of intuition within them, but they were forced by the brothers into subjection, and that's no fault of only the brothers. It comes way back from slavery.
The brethren feel insecure.
Very much so. I believe that when they find a strong black woman, they become scared. But don't be scared. We're not going anywhere and leave you. You understand? We're taking you, the children, everybody. Okay?
Yeah. So enough respect. So king man, and man, you heard that the daughters are there with you. So don't worry. Don't feel insecure.
It's one love, brother.
Yeah, one love. This right. Yeah. I'm Bongalite. I'm reporting for Rastafari DVD News. And we have a brethren here who's an elder brethren in the faith of Rastafari here in Barbados. His name is, we call him Keith Man. So Keith Man.
Yeah, respect, big respect.
So how long have you been trotting?
Since 1974.
So tell me how it is from that time to this time, what the changes?
Well, Rastafari went through some major changes, because in the beginning it was basically love and understanding, but at this time now it's more each for your own. Not so much Rastafari no more, but each for your own, because most people, the trend is to grab as much as they can and get as much as they can and don't give John a praises, so it's a whole different ball game. Most of the people that started in the beginning who went drop out at this time now fade out. So it's a whole different concept, you know what I mean?
Some of the ones that who were yachting with in the earlier times.
Yeah.
That you rise up with
well, all like Verdun, a good crew of the old members, them drop out because Verdun no transform himself into an actual full-time criminal.
Okay.
You know, so most of the guys, rather than being productive, they become destructive.
Okay.
You know, to the oneself. So it's just that time.
So what you think about these youths in these times?
What actually I find the problem with Rasta is when you start wrong, you go wrong. From the beginning, I thought they would have get a school for Rasta so that at least they would bring the youths along the right path. But
in earlier times, they hadn't. There was a time when they tried to.
Yeah, I was one of the first people instrumental myself, Ayoka, and things started from a school, but them destroyed the whole thing by taking up the money and zipping out and zipping in and disappear with the whole thing. So a school never get no further prominence.
What about Ali and the time and Aita?
Yeah, I was around with Ali and Aita and them too, but the school started but never really getting a solid foundation. We really never really taken a tutoring into that concept of Rastafari. It was never properly organized. They never really put that interest in Rastafari themselves. Because if you look at the Muslims start out the same way. They got a school in Barbados right now. The Muslims have the last common entrance attained some of the top passes. If we had started in the time that we start, we would be there or thereabout. Because as Rasta, if you send your children to Babylon schools to be educated, they don't see Rasta concept no more, because then people teach them the things that they know and they respect. As Rastafari, you got to teach them things that we know and the things that we respect. If we expect to build a nation, you just build a nation from the bottom, not the top. So you got to start with the youths.
Over the years, was the problems that really affected Rastafari?
One of the main problems was never a central location and a central unification. One of the other problems was a lot of the early starters was self-righteous. The whole concept was for the self. They never really see the self 10, 15 years down the line as they age as Rastafari. So the switch in and the switch out. They never really built a solid, firm foundation for which the youths, the self, and other people could have grown.
Like early brethren like Outsbo who...
Yeah, he never had a grounded foundation. He had a concept but no grounded foundation, right? He started out with what he knew and never built on what he knew, never get no further. So now we stumble and fall back down, because if you don't build a foundation, eventually you fall down. You got to know how many notches the ladder you're going up, so that if you drop, you can at least know how much down. And that's one of the things that happen to most of the men.
Okay, the stage we are at now. What can we do to step up and improve and make things better?
I think the first step towards making anything better is the unification of Rastafari.
So how will you say we go about that?
One of the best ways to deal with that is to unify financially, brotherly, and uniformly. In other words, come together as one, so that each one can teach one. But you know that say come together, just don't mean...
I know that. But how do we go about saying, well, come together?
One of the things that I always know is that you don't ever get together in a big set of crowd. So unity does start with 1, 2, or 3, and others would follow. But if 1, 2, or 3 ain't wise enough to unite to that stage, we can always be, shared apart like we is now.
So, with your permission, can we give out a bulletin then for calling together a day? We can put a set a date.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that.
And call it for brethren to meet.
Yeah, I think that's the most positive meditation, so that we could all meet. Everybody hear the views and agreements and come to one common goal that at least
any differences
between one another and come to one common goal. At least we got one common foundation that we be functioning from.